1, 2, 3, 4. Hello, everybody. My name is Adam Jang from the band YETI Valhalla. Thank you so much for coming to our YouTube channel. That means a heck of a lot to me. It means that you found me on some social media thing, whether it be Facebook or Instagram or whatever the fuck, and you've come over to our YouTube, which means you're a fucking badass, and I love you. So thank you very much. I'll just go over real quick what's going on here. Mondays, we're doing our talk show, What the Hell Do You Want? Tuesday, which is 90 minutes of glorious, retarded banter. The last episode was called Butt Sex, and we talked about butt sex for 90 minutes. On Tuesdays, it's the vlog, which is this. On Wednesdays, every second Wednesday, is Naked Guitar Solo Wednesday, where I take a backing track that I've never heard or played before, and I play over it, butt naked, and I show my butt off. And the first Wednesday of every month, the first and third Wednesday, is going to be a clothed shred video kind of thing where I play inverted, like I go over top like this, or I play with the bottle or something kind of weird like that. Thursdays is 5 Minutes with Jerry, which you know is my greatest creation of all time, and he gives life advice on several different things that happen in day-to-day life. And Fridays are doing live footage or a slideshow, or I upload a song, or I talk about the song. It's the most musical for sure of those days. On Saturday, we do a vocal lesson / guitar lesson, or guitar tricks kind of thing, 'cause I'm not really a teacher. And it's basically for like singer, guitar player guys and stuff, or if you just have an interest in learning about that kind of stuff, right? Sundays is gear, talking about cool gear, guitar stuff, right? Or the Cooking Rock show, Cooking Rock with me, which is just another word for cooking crack, but instead of crack, we cook chicken. First episode's one man, one pan, one chicken, and that's what we're going to be doing. So thanks a lot again for joining me on here. So let's talk about some fucking stuff, okay? So how did I get here? I don't really know. I started off playing in Vancouver when I was 16, playing in small little bars, and slowly but surely I made it up the ladder over many years, and that ladder ended nowhere in Vancouver. So I decided, fuck it. After my bands kept falling apart over and over again, we'd stay together for a year, make it up, play some shows, build some fans, do all that shit, have it crash, not go anywhere, and in the end, I had nothing. So I decided, hey, I'm going to go take a chance. I'm going to go to Australia. Why the fuck not? So I booked a tour by myself at 28 years old, and I went over to Australia. This was the beginning of my booking company as well. So went there, played a tour, lost a bunch of money. It was a fantastic time. I slept on my bass player's couch. He was a great guy. Now doesn't really like me, unfriended me on Facebook. What a cunt. So whatever, don't talk to any of those guys anymore, but I do really want to go back to Australia because it gave me so much. My first great experience of touring with YETI, of a band that I had made myself. I compose all of the songs myself. I fund everything myself. I write the lyrics, I market everything myself, so that's just how it is. And I hire a different rhythm section in different parts of the world that I tour. So, for example, if I were to go and play in Japan, I have 2 guys, actually 3 in Japan that I play with, at least a bass player and drummer. And if I feel like getting another guitar player or another keyboard player because they're playing a big stage or something, or I just want to do it for fun and, collaborate with a guy that I respect, then I will hire his ass and we'll go and play a tour together, and it'll be fucking rad, and it usually is. So then I went back to Canada. I did my fucking thing. Didn't get anywhere again after going from Australia, and I decided, hey, let's go into Vietnam. So I went into Vietnam, figured that, I'd get my fingers cut off and someone would send them back to my parents to try to make money. But that did not happen, thankfully, and I ended up having a phenomenal tour. I made a lot of money. I made a lot of fans. I learned to use social media the right way. I then broke into Thailand and Japan at the same time. That is now known as the Rock with the Beast circuit. So I now have a tour circuit that I made by myself with my own 2 little hands. The guy from Vancouver that no one believed in, who had and by the way, everybody in Vancouver, with the exception of maybe 5 people that I know in the music industry. told me I couldn't do it. Told me I couldn't go and tour, that I wasn't ready to tour, that I would never make money doing it. And they just kept on trying to spit and step on me. And the whole time I'm just going like this, climbing up the hill, being like, whatever. Vancouver is the least supportive city that I have ever played in. In the 9 different countries, in the countless amount of cities that I have played in, Vancouver is the absolute worst. So I also, during this time in Asia, during building this circuit, I also went into Europe a little bit. I went into Sweden, Germany, did Amsterdam. Amsterdam was primarily to party and do some cool stuff there. I've also played up and down the west coast from Canada all the way down to San Francisco and back, and that was an excellent time too. That was long before YETI. And I've also done the Vancouver to Toronto Vancouver to Montreal to Toronto thing, going back and forth during the dead of winter on a Greyhound, and those were absolutely horrific tours. And I made no money. But after going into Vietnam and doing all this stuff, and Thailand and Japan, I started making money at this kind of stuff. Then other bands wanted to go do it and wanted me to book their stuff, so I was making even more money, and things were going really well. I made some connections with some other really good bookers in Europe, in Mexico, South America, all of these places. One of the guys I work with is Top Artist Promotions, and they have been taking great care of me, and they were going to be putting me on these big metal festivals in Mexico. All of this was supposed to happen last year, but as we know, the COVID thing happened and completely fucked everybody's life up. So I'm still waiting for that to be able to get back into America, to go down into Mexico, to go do all that cool shit, to maybe go into South America and back up. And that is going to be an excellent time. My personal life through all of this has been up and down, obviously. But I have a steady woman right now, which is really nice. I haven't seen her in over a year. She's in Vietnam right now. And we plan to open a pizzeria/bakery and sell pizza and cake out of our apartment, which is going to be fucking cool. You can do that in Vietnam. And, I would really, really like to be able to get over there and do that and create that business with her while going off for 8 months of the year being a rock star. So, and by all means, when I use that term rock star, I'm quite serious. I am a rock star. I'm just not a famous rock star. The difference between me and a famous rock star is a fair amount of money and about 100,000 fans. So, I have no delusions at this point. I'm not famous. I don't think that I'm better than anyone. That's a lie. I totally think I'm better than a lot of people. But I don't think I'm better than everyone. And I consider myself to be not a famous, not an extremely successful person. But I continue to do this anyways because I didn't get into this to make a bunch of money to be a famous person. I actually got into this to fuck a lot of girls. And I have fucked a lot of girls. So I'm continuing on this most righteous path after finishing my first goal, which was to fuck a lot of girls. On the very first tour of doing the Vietnam thing, I fucked more girls than I have in my entire life within the first month. And I fucked a lot of girls before then, okay? So that's how many girls I fucked, which was a fan-fucking-tastic time. And now I'm doing it for the love of playing music and to advance as far as I can, to get as far as I can before I am too old to go and do that and I become a local blues guy sitting somewhere or doing something like that. Or maybe not doing anything. Maybe I just run the pizzeria bakery. Who the fuck knows? All right, so I think that's good for the first vlog, and we're just going to tell a story, and I'm going to try to tell you a little bit about me every single time we do this, and I'm going to make them about 10 minutes long like this is. I hope that's okay with you. If it's not, go fuck yourself. It's totally all right. Let me know in the comments that I suck, and we're good, okay? So I think the next episode we'll do talking about some other tour stories that were not so fun, or some things that were great fun but very annoying in hindsight, or not so fun then but really funny now. All right, sounds good. That's almost 10 minutes. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy New Year.